Have you ever heard of the age-old tactic of ignoring a woman to capture her interest? It's quite a familiar concept. But let's delve into the art of ignoration and how it can potentially pique a woman's curiosity about you. First and foremost, it's important to note that ignoring a woman can indeed be effective, but the approach you take makes all the difference. There are appropriate ways to execute this strategy, and then there are downright inappropriate ones. Now, you might be wondering why anyone would choose to ignore a woman in the first place. How could neglecting her possibly make her more attracted to you? Well, there are two primary reasons behind this peculiar phenomenon. The first reason stems from our human nature. We desire what we can't have. It's like the classic example of a colossal red button. Show someone this button and explicitly instruct them not to press it. Perhaps they'll be irresistibly drawn to it despite your warning. If you hadn't mentioned the button at all, they might not have paid it much attention. This principle applies to our situation here. By occasionally withdrawing your attention, you create an air of mystery and unavailability, which can intrigue a woman and make her more eager to uncover the reasons behind your seemingly indifferent demeanor. The second reason revolves around the modern reality women face. In today's world, women often find themselves showered with abundant attention. Whether it's from colleagues, gym buddies, or friends, there's no shortage of males eagerly vying for their affections. As a result, attention and affection have become relatively commonplace for women. This is where you come in. By selectively withdrawing your attention at times, you stand out from the crowd of individuals clamoring for her notice. In doing so, you create a contrast that can make her question why you're not vying for her attention like others, ultimately making you more intriguing and desirable. When a man starts to ignore a woman, it triggers a sense of curiosity within her. She wonders, why is this man ignoring me when so many others would readily fall for my charms? This newfound curiosity sparks her interest and makes her want to know more about him. This is the second reason why ignoring her can be effective. Now let's delve into the common mistakes men often make when attempting this tactic. Several pitfalls can derail their efforts, and even if they execute everything flawlessly, the woman might still choose to disengage without any apparent reason. However, let's focus on the two most prevalent ways men tend to go astray with this approach. The first mistake many guys make is ignoring a woman too early in their relationship. Imagine you've recently met a woman at a bar or a party. You both hit it off, enjoying each other's company. However, as time passes, the conversation starts to dwindle. You adopt the ignoring strategy to reignite her interest, hoping it will make her desire your attention more. Here's the catch: she has only just met you. While you may choose to ignore her, there isn't enough investment or emotional connection at this stage to make her chase after you. She might simply wait a while, and another man may come along to fill the void you left. The second common blunder is ignoring a woman without considering the context or her individual needs. Everyone is unique, and what works for one woman may not work for another. It's essential to understand that there are appropriate and inappropriate moments to employ the ignoration tactic. For instance, ignoring her could come across as cold and insensitive if she is going through a challenging time or seeking support. It's crucial to gauge the situation and respect her emotional well-being, ensuring that your actions align with her needs and boundaries. If you ignore a woman, it's crucial to time it appropriately, preferably when you are further along in your relationship. Ignoring her right after the meeting will likely yield little results, as the initial spark and connection haven't had a chance to develop. Remember, absence can fuel affection, but without that initial spark, it may all go to waste. The second most common mistake guys make when employing the ignoring tactic is doing it at the wrong time. Although it may sound similar to the first mistake, it has nuances. Let's revisit the scenario of the woman you met at the bar or party where there was an instant spark and shared interests. As you continue talking and spending time together, uncertainty still hangs in the air. You're unsure whether she genuinely likes you or not. Let's imagine when she expresses her interest in being with you. She musters the courage to open up and reveal her feelings. This is a significant moment, and you might think that ignoring her at this point is the perfect move. However, it's quite the opposite. This is the absolute worst time to ignore her. Assuming the woman you've chosen is decent, her expression of feelings took guts. She put herself in a vulnerable position, bearing her emotions before you. By choosing to ignore her at this vulnerable moment, you risk causing unnecessary pain and confusion. It can make her question her intentions and doubt whether she made the right choice in expressing her feelings. Instead of fostering a deeper connection, it may lead to mistrust and distance between you. Genuine connections are built on trust, respect, and open communication. When someone expresses their feelings, it's essential to acknowledge and appreciate their vulnerability. You create an environment where a deeper emotional bond can flourish by reciprocating with care and understanding. Timing is crucial, and knowing when to show your presence and when to create some space requires sensitivity and empathy. Neglecting a woman at this vulnerable moment would shatter her emotionally and lead to long-lasting resentment. By avoiding neglect during this critical phase, you allow yourself to nurture what could potentially develop into a meaningful relationship. Now let's delve into the correct approach to ignoring a woman. It's important to understand that ignoring someone triggers a psychological effect that creates a sense of mystery and intrigue. Neglecting a woman indirectly conveys that you are not readily available and that she does not hold your undivided attention. This may seem counterintuitive to winning a woman's affection, but paradoxically, it can be effective. When you neglect a woman, you tap into her innate desire to be loved, desired, and acknowledged. This very desire compels women to pursue men who seemingly disregard them. Showing initial interest and warmth is crucial to begin ignoring a woman correctly. Please demonstrate that you're not completely aloof and capable of affection when expressing it. This initial engagement creates a foundation upon which the subsequent ignoring can take effect. When you neglect her, she might question herself, wondering if something is wrong with her or if she has lost your interest. During this phase, you strategically withdraw yourself, taking a step back without fully disappearing from her life. The key here is finding a delicate balance. You want to create an aura of mystery and unavailability without causing unnecessary harm or distress. The goal is not to play with her emotions or manipulate her, but to pique her curiosity and make her appreciate your presence more. By subtly creating distance in moments of absence, you allow her to recognize and appreciate the value of your attention. If she texts you, react quickly and tell her you're busy now. Late reply to her. If she wants to hang out, you can reschedule a few times. However, you must find an acceptable balance between ignoring and paying attention to what she says. You don't want to focus too intently on any one activity, and once you've gotten even closer, you should disappear for 1 or 2 days. This will cause her to develop romantic feelings toward you. She will eventually begin to wonder where you have gone. She will be unable to stop thinking about you until she sees you. After you've gotten her completely obsessed with you, it's time to back off on the ignoring and focus on developing a closer relationship with her. And once you're in a relationship, forget about ignoring. Maintain your distance every once in a while, please. An excessive amount of anything, even love, can harm our physical well-being, but there will be no reason to ignore her any longer. If you ignore her needs at the wrong time, you risk causing her to leave you. We've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.